Welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Nashville. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2nd and 20. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lambert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Titans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 21-0 our score after one.
With the score, Ravens 21, Titans nothing.
Montgomery is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Will Dissly hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Jackson now. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 94 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some space here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. They turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Touchdown! That's caught. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, well, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 3 down. Take 4.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Will Dissly with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Tighten up. Switch.
They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Into a double team, and the ball is knocked out. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense. Here, they did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right here. Right there. 54 Mike.
Back to throw here. Open man is Atwell, complete. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. Oh, what a move. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. Touchdown! Will Dissly, 33 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough. Now
they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Boy, 227 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just get a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Baltimore, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high